Alright, what's up guys, back to some more videos, and in today's video, Flex Wheeler versus Ronnie Coleman at the 1996 Florida Pro Invitational. Now, this is 2 years before he would go on to win his first Olympia in 1998, so he isn't the Ronnie that we know yet, but you can see legs with, the arms looking pretty big. Like, he's really getting there, man, and this is a battle between him and Flex. I believe, he definitely came second here, and Flex actually won the show. And you're going to see some comparisons later on. But you can actually see that Ronnie's actually, I don't really want to use the word thin, but his side leg's a bit thin. The way he just pulls his hamstring to where it sucks into the leg versus dropping, it doesn't help the look of the mass. Honestly, the lighting at his show wasn't that great, man. It's kind of like the California Pro we had in 2020. That like very, I don't know, man, that kind of down lighting or whatever. It doesn't look great. Honestly, no one at this show looked good. Everyone at the show looks very, watery and soft, and you really can't tell lines and details too apparent. Obviously, if you look at the glutes, you can see they're cut. You just can't. It's not that noticeable, but Ronnie's just going through the basic mandatories, and then we're gonna go over to Flex as well. Probably gonna jump over to Flex right now. I kind of want to get into the actual. Damn, look at that most muscular. This is 2 years before him winning his first Olympia, man. That's really big, most muscular. Now Flex comes on, and here he is, looking like Flex. Now, as you can see, I think it looks very watery, very soft. But once again, it's more so the lighting than his actual conditioning. I think Ronnie was actually pretty conditioned. I think Flex was pretty decently conditioned as well. But this show just didn't really have great lighting. You can see in some poses he did have feathering in the quads. I believe it was the hands overhead abdominal and thigh. I believe that's where you can see some of that feathering coming through the quad. Look at that. You can see the glutes. He does have glutes. It's just the lighting sucks, and they look more oily and watery than, dry and hard. So, lighting does matter quite a bit, as you can see. But anyways, Flex looks like Flex. Glutes actually look very soft here. He does have the thing about where his glutes look good from the side. But when you talk about the rear, man, they're soft. I don't think he's had like hard, really dry glutes since he was an amateur. Or when he first turned pro at his very first Olympia in 1993, that's where he had a really good lower body. But anything beyond that, you really can't find good detailed footage of Flex with peeled glutes. It just doesn't exist, at least in the pro ranks beyond 1983. So, but for the most part, Flex didn't need, really crazy lower body rear conditioning to win shows, obviously. Side tricep here. Now it's actually kind of interesting to see Flex doing mandatories. I usually see him doing his routines or when he's in prejudging, but when he's by himself, he's not that impressive. I don't know, when he's being compared to guys, I feel like that's where you can appreciate Flex Wheeler and what he has to offer. By himself, I'm not super impressed here. It probably is the lighting more than anything. The lighting is just such a big deterrent from their actual physiques and their conditioning and their actual composition. But as you can see, he does have lines, chest is striated. The lighting just isn't allowing us to really see his full potential. But we're going to see him next to Ronnie. They were 1 and 2. And Ronnie's freaking thighs, bro, goddamn. Now let's see how Ronnie fares next to Flex Wheeler. And this is 2 years before he would go on to win his first Olympia, right? So I think he's outsizing Flex already. Arms are bigger, legs are bigger. Probably at this point in his career has the same waist as Flex. Not the entire 6-pack of Ronnie has a 4-pack. But man, Ronnie's just bigger. He's way bigger everywhere. Chest, arms. Let's see this side pose here. Now I hope he doesn't do the hamstring thing where he sucks it in. Yeah, he's doing it. Oh, wait. A little hang. Little hang from Ronnie. Honestly, their leg size. Oh, there he is. Yeah, he destroyed his hamstring. So Flex looked way better from the side because I feel like Flex just has a more complete lower body. Ronnie is flexing the hamstring when you really don't need to flex your hamstring in that pose. You kind of got to just let it drop and focus more on just, sitting on that quad and flexing the calves. Now, Ronnie is way drier than Flex on the lower body from the rear. But I feel like Flex is drier upper body wise from the rear. So it's kind of what do you want? Do you want dry upper body or a dry lower body? Ronnie is bigger overall, just everywhere, but Flex is a bit more pleasing. I don't know. It's very interesting. It's kind of hard to say who actually is beating who right now, to be honest. On one hand, I do appreciate Ronnie's overall mass, to be fair. Like, I think he's just a bit more impressive, honestly. But flex to flex, I mean, he has probably the best shape of all time in all of bodybuilding. I mean, really incredible shape. Guys like him, guys like Lionel Biecki, just really crazy insane shape. Steve Lorius, there's some really crazy shape guys. Let's check out the side tricep here. Now, this is another opportunity for Ronnie to not suck up his hamstring into his freaking leg there. Ronnie has really big arms, but he doesn't have like any tricep detail. Like, it's actually kind of weird, to be honest. It's kind of like an Ian Valliere thing. Ian Valliere has massive freaking arms, but the actual tricep, like the carved out shape, it just doesn't exist on Ronnie or Ian. No offense. I'm just I just know. Look at Ronnie hamstring, man. Like, why are you doing that? Obviously, like, he's still probably learning to really pose and really execute these mandatories correctly. Now, look at Ronnie. Feathering in the quads with this horrible lighting. You can still see some feathering. And at this point in his career, he did not have gyno. Zero gyno on Ronnie. So was he still natural here? I don't think he was. But he has zero gyno. So I mean, hey, maybe. I don't even know. Ronnie natural, like, Ronnie's one of the best of all time. Now, he ended up being way bigger than this. So I mean, his waist is still freaking amazing at this point. So yeah. Look at flex, man. Very elegant pose, man. Really good looking pose there. And I think this is the overall pose now where the other guys come on stage. Honestly, I don't know anyone else. Actually, no, it's not the pose down. I don't know anyone else other than Ronnie or Flex. I didn't recognize any other names. No one really stood out to me. So, I mean, I'm not sure who else was in this show. This is Ronnie's actual posing routine. This is where Ronnie actually posed. If you looked at Ronnie, I would say after anything 2002. He just started doing like this applause thing and just kind of walking around and kind of dancing and, like, he would hit some poses, but this is where Ronnie actual choreographed some routine. And I thought it was great, suit him very nicely. Obviously, he doesn't have like probably the most aesthetic and pleasing flowing physique, but when all that mass, like Kai Green, can move and you can have some intricate transition and poses, when there seems to be some thought behind what you're doing versus hitting most musculars. As a fan, I appreciate that a bit more. So I did appreciate Ronnie trying here with his routines. But yeah, Ronnie's Ronnie. I mean, he's looking pretty good here. Not fully flexing the glutes downstairs, but I mean, that's probably more so laning than his actual like lack of flexing. Ronnie here showing no hamstrings at all. Ronnie has some of the best legs of all time. He deadlifts so much freaking weight, man. Like, it's insane. So we know he has some stupid, dumb hamstrings. He's just not doing himself any justice in terms of how he's showing it. So that's the thing about that. Really good waist, man. Like, really, really good waist. Like, I can't believe those thighs. Like, those thighs are pure squats and leg press. Like, if you know anything about Ronnie Coleman, like his freaking 2-rep squat, 800 pounds, his stupid, I think he did like a 2,400 pound leg press for like 20 reps. I mean, I think it was Brian Dudson. Like, he had a calculator in one specific video and he was punching the numbers as to how much weight was actually on the leg press machine. Freaking stupid. Like, it was like 2,400 pounds. Like, it was stupid numbers. And he did it like for 15 reps. Like, it's crazy. So, but yeah, Ronnie, man, like, freaking insane. Like, he's actually posing here. This is where, guys weren't really walking around asking for applause, asking for the audience participation, asking for the audience to cheer them on. Like, no one did that in these days. Like, no one walked around on stage asking for applause at a certain point. I think, Flex kind of started doing that like around this point, actually. And I think people just kind of caught on that, hey, let me just ask the audience for applause. On Dexter did a little bit and he still does it today. And I don't like it. But yeah, Ronnie looks good. Does he beat Flex? Man, I don't know. Obviously this is like 2 years before he wins the Olympia. I believe in 1996 he came 9th. In 1997 he came 6th. In 1998 was his first one. So, he tied here with Flex. I think Flex might have been 4th or 3rd or 5th at this Olympia. I'm not exactly sure. He didn't place like top 2 or anything. Wow. Okay, see where Flex won. Never mind. Flex was great. Man, his shape, bro, like, it's just like shape and really round upstairs. You know, legs are actually, his legs aren't massive, but they flow really nice with his physique. You might honestly call him thin next to Ronnie Coleman, but I don't know, man. Like he's so aesthetic, right? It's like I actually appreciate him not being super massive. Like it kind of showcases his aesthetics better, you know. Because I mean, his obviously like the bigger you get, the more blurred your lines are. At least that's what people say. I don't know if it's true. I mean, I would think the more muscle you have, the better detail you should have, you know. But bigger guys tend not to show that much detail. But then again, you have Ronnie Coleman. I don't know, man. Like that mine's a freaking anomaly. Like, you know, things that apply to other people and regular human beings don't apply to Ronnie Coleman. Usually, when a guy is massive, like a big Rami, his lines are blurred and doesn't look that great, and he doesn't really have great detail. Flex has lines everywhere, covered in detail, minus the glutes and hamstrings. I don't know. Flex almost looks like he maybe tore his hamstring. His hamstrings looks like Fuad Abiyad, you know, from the rear at least. Fuad has sorry guys, it's actually a bit late, but Fuad has actually torn the same hamstring twice. And he has this very almost twisting twirl look to the hamstring. And Flex has like a similar look to the hamstring. So I'm not exactly sure if he's had a hamstring tear in the past or something. I don't even know. You can't see it here, but when he flexes, it looks kind of like I don't know, kind of twist up. But you know, either way, you know, still, yeah. Look at that back. Look at that freaking back, bro. Detail. He's gonna milk that. He is milking that shit for the crowd, man. But honestly, man, like, does Ronnie deserve to beat him? I don't know. I want to say no. Did Ronnie change his trunks? And did Flex change his trunks? They both changed their trunks, didn't they? Maybe they didn't. I don't even know. But this is 1 and 2, I believe. And Ronnie looks insane. And Flex is standing there in usual Flex fashion. And they're about to announce the winners. And Ronnie's like, there's no one beating Flex. Like, it's not going to happen, bro. Like, it's not going to happen. But, yeah, man, like, this is actually crazy. Look at you guys. Ronnie was like, yeah, bro, there's no way I'm beating you. Like, it's just not going to happen, man. Good luck, man. Congrats on the victory. And, like, you know, maybe I get you next year. Maybe I get you for the Olympia, man. I don't even know. But, anyways, guys, so that is the 1996 Florida Pro Invitational. Ronnie Coleman versus Flex Wheeler before their 1998 battle at the Olympia and 99. They battled twice, back to back. So, anyways, guys, quick video. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like, share, comment down below. Subscribe. Make it a thing. Sub to the boy, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.